I was saying the truth is you never know. People ask me about government, and I say, you know, the thing about government is that when they ask me to do something, I don't want to write what they would like to read. I would like to write what I believe they should. And that came out in a job soon after the coup. I was asked to be chairman of the Western Region Forestry Committee and to advise government on what to do with all its forests in Western Nigeria. And I was just 30, what was it? I was 35 at that time, you know. And we said, look, the government has all these hectares which they were planting, allowing tropical hardwoods, which takes a lot of space because, you know, those trees grow up and the branches. And that they're asking us for a forestry policy. And we said you need wood for many things, including paper, what have you. And so we wrote and we advised government it was time you move away from just logging and exporting to improving the value chain. We should be able to get to a stage we're making paper here. We're making floorboards, we're doing everything you do with wood. But to do it, you can't do it with the present hardwood we have. So you must be prepared to bring in exotic species which we will plant and then use it within the same forest reserve. Teak, malina, and so on. Now the interesting thing was that the secretary of my board was like an uncle to me, but he was the deputy, what do they call them now in forestry? Conservator of forest. He was the secretary. He will get up, think he's going to the toilet and will be speaking under his tongue. Who is going to read all this and all that? And we'll all, you know, and I had to call him and say, Uncle, listen, I don't write a report worrying who will read it. I write a report to give the government the best I can give them. Okay, so we finished, we wrote the report. The person who set up our committee was late Adekunle Fajui. He was killed before, okay. Adebayo became General Adebayo became the governor. For some time he didn't choose his commissioners, but eventually he did. And the commissioner that was chosen for agriculture and natural resources was the late Bola Ige, who was looking for something new to do. And the only thing in that ministry was our report. He decided to implement everything in that report. Now this planting of exotic trees, we said over 5 years will cost about 1.8 million pounds. We were still using pounds. Now, if at that time, the annual budget of Western region was in the range of 6 to 8 million pounds. So if one ministry was talking about 1.8, you might think they're talking through their head, but in fact it's 1.8 over 5 years. But the truth was, Bola Ige then went and argued our paper, and the government agreed. And so we started planting. We planted all over the region at the time. One of the big plantations, we have one in the Kene, okay, the teak there, but, and the rubber. Okay, but the real one was in Iwokwi. Now that was to have started a paper industry here. What I'm trying to say was that at the point we were advising, we didn't know whether they would accept it or not, but they did. And so invariably, you don't anticipate what anybody asking you to do something wants. You do it to the best of your ability. So, and that's been the guiding principle of my life.